Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today there's a couple of things I'd like to talk to you guys about. Number one is going to be the new summoner changes. We're going to look at the new armor sets, the supporter packs, and I want to talk to you about your reception of Blight League. And I think we should start off by talking about that a little bit. It seems on some of the Reddit forums and all that people are kind of losing their mind. They're saying, well, there's no need for tower defense in Path of Exile. People don't seem that enthusiastic about it, to be honest with you. Others are very enthusiastic. There's that as well. Some people have been very, well, have made it very clear in the YouTube comments on one of my videos. I think someone said, I can't believe how much I love this game and it's getting better and better, something along those lines. So there's some people that do actually like the Blight thing, but not everyone, and that's fair. But I want to give a couple of things I really think are good about this league, and maybe change some of you guys' mind and make you as excited as I am. So one of the things that people say is there's just no way this is going to fit in with Path of Exile, and that's true. This is very different from what we know is Path of Exile, and I think that's a good thing, and I'll explain why. I've said this before, normally you would have your magic find characters and you'd have your movement speed characters, and those are the two that were the best ones, right? And the reason it was like that is because the more you could clear a map, the faster you could clear a map, would generally mean the most currency you would make. But now it's not, but that's only because if you walked faster, you could clear a map faster. With Blight, the best maps are, well, the best maps are probably going to be the maps in which there's a Blight, like a big Blight, the blighted maps. And to clear that quickly and efficiently, you might not need a character that can move very quickly, but you might need a character that can clear set up a nice perimeter in an area and clear that very efficiently. So, as you would see, if you understand that, there's a very big space that opens up in the middle of the meta where tornado shot, where you move like the wind, might not necessarily be the best thing. And we're going to go into the forums, actually the official Path of Exile forums right now, and I'm going to show you why I think, for example, Summoner is going to fill that so well, and we're going to take a look at some of the Summoner changes while we're at it. Okay, so here we are at the official forums. They have given us the opportunity to look at 5 new gems that are all very important to the rework of the Summoner, and there's a couple of very interesting things here. So we're going to look at the gems, what they do, then we're going to look at the video of how that influences the actual summonings, summon beasts, minions, you know, and then we're going to look at something we missed in the announcement, and after that I would like to show you one of the 2 new sets from the supporter packs in action. So first off, we have the Carrion Golem. The Carrion Golem is a well-rounded attacker using rapid melee attacks, a leap slam to get into the thick of combat, and a powerful cooldown restricted multi-cascade slam. As its passive Golem buff, it grants added physical damage to all non-Golem minions, including their attacks and spells. Has a unique feature among Golems, getting more damage for each of your non-Golem minions around it, up to 80% more damage. So what that means is you only get one. As it says here, single Carrion Golem fits well into an established minion builds as an extra bonus to all your necromantic minions. It can also be invested in more heavily by taking various sources of additional golems, including a new notable passives, and using multiple golems alongside a swarm of zombies and skeletons. There are also 4 new support gems that can place on minions to change their behavior and function. So the Carrion Golem is basically just something they've added to give necromancers more damage, with some rapid melee attacks, single target, and some AoE on it as well. Just a well-rounded golem that deals nice damage. It's all physical damage, and it gives physical damage. It gets a physical damage buff to all other minions that aren't other golems. So you wouldn't be running around with 12 golems and that's it. It seems like they have chosen themselves to go with zombies, skeletons, and then a golem. So I think that's sort of how you should look at building your summoner character. That's definitely what I'm going to do, having to start off with one carrion golem, then going through with the skeletons and zombies. I think that's going to be very cool to do. So basically, this carrion golem gives your other minions a buff, and it gets another buff from, let's see here. It has a unique feature among golems, getting more damage for each of your non-golem minions around it, up to 80%. So you can stack up its damage up to 80% by having other summons that aren't golems. So that's good, and it supports having a mix of different minions, which is cool, I think. Then we have these four are the 4 support gems they've shown us. So the first one is Feeding Frenzy support. The Feeding Frenzy supports gem makes supported minions aggressive, increasing the range that they'll seek out enemies. It also gives hits from the minions a chance to give you the Feeding Frenzy buff, granting minion damage and increased minion attack, cast, and movement speed. While you have the Feeding Frenzy buff, the supported minions deal even more damage. So basically, what I think this will mean is you want to go quick because you want to keep your Feeding Frenzy buff up, which will give you more minion damage and increased minion attack, cast, and movement speed. So that will basically make your army even stronger. So I think we will want to make our summoner build a bit faster, so even the 7 league step might be a good option here. I'm thirsty, okay? I ate a pizza. God damn. Okay, so meat shield support. Because this is clear, right? Feeding Frenzy, you want to be quick, keep up the buff. I don't know how long it's going to take, going to stay up, but I think it will work well with increased duration support, maybe something like that. So we'll definitely look into that when they give us more information, maybe even a path of building intro to 3.8, and we'll be able to build a character up there. So meat shield support makes your supported minions defensive, causing them to only attack enemies that get very close to you. It also gives the minions a chance to taunt on hit, reduces the damage they take, and causes them to deal more damage to enemies close to you. If minions are both aggressive and defensive, those effects cancel out, returning the minions to their original behavior, or other bonuses from the support gems will apply. So you will not be able to make a 6 link or a 4 link with both of these gems in them, which makes sense. So it seems like you would have a couple of minions that are aggressive and seek out like in an outer ring around you, and then well, meat shield support, right? You have a meat shield of zombies or whatever around you trying to defend you, and I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool, and it definitely changes the playstyle, because that means you will have more than one race of minion and you'll have different strategies for them. So I think that's good. Deathmark support is basically you attack something with Deathmark, and then the monsters that are, or the minions from the skill gem that is connected to Deathmark support will seek out that enemy. Grant supported minions damage, grants you the Deathmark skill. Casting Deathmark on an enemy causes all minions supported by Deathmark support to prioritize attacking that target. Gives them a further damage multiplier against that enemy. Casting Deathmark on a new enemy removes any existing Deathmarks. So you only have one. So that's the Deathmark. Different combinations of these 3 support gems let you use different minions for different roles. An example might be your zombies with meat shield, carrion golems with feeding frenzy to clear groups of enemies, and a Deathmark support on both of them, so you can send all of them in after a boss while you evade the boss's ability from a distance. See how much opportunity that gives, honestly. Even if you have, and that's where the Blight comes in as well, if you have enough. Because of the Feeding Frenzy support, you might have enough range to stand in the middle of the Blight and then have your minions attack everything that comes in and sort of AFK the whole thing. I think that would be very interesting to see how far we could push that. And then Infernal Legion support. The Infernal Legion support gem causes supported minions to take a large percentage of their maximum life as fire damage over time. They all gain a burning damage aura, dealing fire damage over time to nearby enemies. The effect doesn't stack but is modified by minion damage increases and other support gems. This support can be used to deal damage to large groups of enemies and is available at quite a low level, so it's an alternative to melee splash for some minion types. It also works well alongside the minion instability keystone, letting you use your minions as walking time bombs. We'll be revealing further minion changes, including a new 1 base type, necromancer, ascendancy, passive tree in the upcoming teasers and news. Now I want to show you this video. Remember how you would have to just like move around really weirdly in a weird manner while you were playing a summoner for your monsters to actually aggro onto other monsters and effectively go for them, kill them, and how slow they were? Well, check this out, right? Look how quick they are. Now, as you can see, the carrion golem basically just attack what they are attacking with Deathmark. The skeletons just go out everywhere, seeking out all the enemies and trying to kill them as fast as possible because of the feeding frenzy. They move really quickly and they have a lot of attack speed. Then we have the zombies that just stick around and try to, well, basically defend, right? And then, honestly, look how quick everything's moving, all the minions, and how much control you have over them. I think it looks absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. I really think that looks very good indeed. So, sorry if you can hear my neighbors screaming, by the way. But that looks awesome. And I think it gives so much more, it makes the necromancer so much more interesting. So that's all we know about all the changes coming to necromancer and summoners in general. Unfortunately, I'd love to see more, but that's what we have to work with for now. Then there's something else I want to show you right now here. So I know I've said it, and it's in the I know that it's in the actual video I made talking about when Blight was announced, but the thing I want to say here is they've released what they're going to do with Betrayal and Syndicate and Delve. So several of the older leagues have been tweaked as well to make them more engaging and rewarding. For instance, the Betrayal League will now open up a reward room for every member of the Immortal Syndicate. In addition, the Syndicate state is now shared with every other character in the league. Quality of life right there, right? And then in Delve, a rebalance update has been deployed that makes it easier to get deeper deaths and will also yield better rewards. There's more diversity of encounters and a better mix of goodies at the end too. This is such a big deal for me. I was never able to get into Delve because I was like, I have to delve deeper for 12 hours before anything interesting happens. Anything. Like, I was busy so long just trying to get deeper in that I've never really gotten into that. And I do want to say that this league we're going to see some delving on the channel as well. And then they say Legion League has been so popular that it has been integrated into the core game right away. Thank you very much, because I like that a lot. I've said it before, but this is very, very cool. Like right after the league, which was so popular, for them to already add it into the base game shows to me that they really still are listening to what the community wants. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is these two packs. The Sentinel Overlord supporter pack and the Bane Lich supporter pack. Now, it seems like we're going to play a necromancer. And if this isn't a cool necromancer outfit, I don't know what is. So, I took the liberty of getting it. Unfortunately, I can only get one, you know. I'm broke. Shit. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Here we have it at first glance, right? This is the actual set. And as you can see, it looks very cool. I really like it. This is the aura you get with it. And this is the armor set. You have this helmet. And then you also get this one. which both look cool. I mean, look at the light on the boobie and look at all the stuff coming from the skirt, right? I think it looks very good. I like this one a little bit better for a necromancer, and I like to also have my tendrils showing. I'm not sure if I like this one with it. I don't think so. I think I might have to go for a new character effect. But if you also put on the weapon effect is so cool with this. Look at this. Like, even if you're just running a map like this desert map, just a random one. Honestly, look at that weapon effect. Just blowing everything up, still so fun. But it looks amazing. I really like what they've done with this one. Because normally when you change into this crystalline form, I don't really like the way it is with the skins. But with this one, with the yellow going through it, even for a tornado shot character, I think it still fits really well. And I still think that it looks like you're an actual necromancer. So that's something I am very, very interested in seeing how that will look with a minion army around it. And I'll have to see what MTX I would have to get with it, like a character effect and all that sort of stuff. But as you can see, looks absolutely amazing. Now, if you have any... I still have 555 points to spend here. If you think that you know which one would look awesome with this set, which character effect, and maybe which cape, because maybe the tendrils don't fit as well as they should, please let me know in the comments down below. Please also let me know what you think of these videos, these new Blight videos where I'm talking more about the content and all that sort of stuff. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you do want to see more content on Blight. I've taken 2.5 weeks off at the League launch, so I can bring you all the content in steps, and you guys will know what to do, how to make the currency, and how to do all that sort of good shit at the start of next League. So please subscribe to the channel if you do want to see that, and I'll see you guys later. Eddie, out.